Is Phillip Kline, former Kansas Attorney General and director of the Amistad Project. Phillip, you've seen a lot of this evidence. So are we supposed to believe that all these people are signing affidavits and just lying for the fun of it?
Well, I think people believe they're telling the truth, but we've learned either that 250,000 Pennsylvanians take vacation in November in New York and mail in their ballots from New York on the same day, or we have massive voter fraud. And what we saw here is that Jesse Morgan, he delivers ballots or he delivers mail all the time, Bethpage, New York down to Harrisburg. They load his truck with 280,000 ballots that are completed, return addresses, and stacked accordion style in those bulk mail plastic units of the United States Postal Service from a facility that can't accept mail. It doesn't have the processing equipment. And he drives down to Harrisburg, and everybody freaks out when he gets there. Now, his trailer's locked. Nobody wants to open it. A postal supervisor orders him to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and the next day his trailer is gone. It's disappeared, never found. Then we have a whistleblower in the post office, and they tell him, he's a subcontractor, you forgot to bring ballots. This is November 4th. He says, that's a lie. They said, no, we're rounding up over 100,000 ballots that people forgot. And then in the early morning hours of November 4th, our third whistleblower down in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, sees these stacks in plastic bulk mail units the same way, stacked in there, Pennsylvania ballots that Jesse had on his trailer suddenly showing up to be counted on November 4th. And nobody wants to investigate it?
I mean, who can blame the president today in a video that, frankly, the media just want to ignore? We're posting the entire thing on lauraingraham.com. People should watch it. But he expressed his legitimate... Phil, are reforms enough to solve this problem? I mean, you hear of everyone proposing this or that, but how is this allowed to happen?
We have corruption. It's quite remarkable. The United States aid for the Agency for International Development requires foreign elections to be transparent, inclusive, and accountable. We don't do that in our own elections anymore. People were shut out of the counting room. A billionaire paid the people who worked within the counting room. We have ballots that there is no log regarding all of these absentee ballots in the drop boxes, who picked them up, how they got there. We have midnight drop-offs. We have work stoppages. That happens in third world countries where suddenly votes for one person come in the door. And now we have hundreds of thousands of ballots from New York carried across state line, already cast, ready to be counted into Pennsylvania, and then counted, and nobody is trying to change things.
Well, Phil, imagine if this had happened to the Democrats. I mean, this would be wall to wall on every network.
Well, we talked about it. If the Koch brothers pulled $400 million into an election, or the NRA, or anything like that, Laura, you're absolutely correct. But I'll tell you what, it indicates people are more concerned about power than the democratic process. I actually had a reporter tell me today, how can you criticize the process that's anti-democratic?
Oh yeah, that's cute. No, that's cute because there's no corruption anywhere, and when someone casts a vote illegally, it cancels out a legal vote for the other party. People have to remember that. We got to go, Phil, because we got Claudia 10.